Kris and Rolvaag Garey, class of 1967, grew up in the Mounds View area but moved to St. Paul in 1965 when her father, Carl Rolvaag, was elected governor of Minnesota. At this time, Kris decided to contact several schools without her parents' knowledge. She recalled the welcoming and encouraging voice of Sister Julie, who answered the phone and described Derham Hall High School and the mission of the Sisters of St. Joseph. Sister Julie contacted Kris's parents to discuss the school, and Kris enrolled for her junior and senior years. As a new non-Catholic student, Kris worried about fitting in at Derham Hall, but she found she enjoyed the uniform requirements and classes, especially social studies and religion. The teachers clearly stated that Catholic faith included God's welcoming love for all people. Kris recalls the engaging environment, the diligence of the sisters, and their commitment to service, and the emphasis on spirituality, community, and critical thinking about the world outside the classroom. The impact of her education at Derham Hall carried Kris into courses at St. Olaf College, followed by a volunteer service program in West Philadelphia, where she worked for nonprofits. During a time of civil unrest, Kris practiced the lessons she learned from her family, Derham Hall, and college. Learn in order to serve. Kris followed the Christian call to be of service to those in need. Later, Kris returned to Minnesota and met her husband of 47 years, Mike Garey. They were married in 1976 and relocated to Duluth. Kris studied American Sign Language, later earning her degree in deaf services through the University of Wisconsin at Superior. Her education continued with a master's in vocational rehabilitation, a degree which led to a certification as a rehabilitation counselor for the state of Minnesota. She served clients with a wide range of disabilities and assisted them in finding employment opportunities. In 2008, Kris completed a degree in theology and was eligible for ordination in the Lutheran Church, where she was a Lutheran pastor in Hovland, Minnesota for 16 years. Kris used her interest in ministry and music to connect people and mentor youth through her church and community. The seeds of love, service to others, and curiosity for the world that were planted in Kris Garey during her time at Derham Hall have been watered and nurtured by the Holy Spirit through her life to provide abundant fruit in the world. Kris brings an unassuming servant heart when she shows up for people as a fierce advocate for justice. I have been inspired by all the ways she lives out her faith in the world, locally and globally. Recently retired, Kris reflects on the importance of her education at Derham Hall and the connections between her faith and her life. Her brother Paul is married to her best friend from Derham Hall, Eugene Yvonne Robineau, class of 1966. She spends time with her husband Mike and family and friends. They enjoy fishing and continue their involvement in church, service, and environmental organizations. She notes, "None of who I have been over the years would have been possible without a host of others who, like Derham Hall, have been God's angels to helping me live into loving service." This award is presented annually to a person who is reflective of the charisms of the Sisters of St. Joseph and Derham Hall. Individuals who receive this award have exemplified Derham Hall's ideals of Christian love and a commitment to service. Congratulations, Kris.